everybody, it's Mazer, and I don't know if you realize this, but the new Mortal Kombat 10 announcement trailer has been released. As a avid Mortal Kombat fan myself, I have been watching the trailer over and over again, trying to analyze anything that could hint towards new gameplay elements or gameplay elements that will be returning. The purpose of this video is basically to go to specific scenes and try to analyze them to explain what new elements could be coming into the game or which ones will be returning. So this is not really scripted, I'm just doing this off the cuff, and all of this is speculation, of course, because we can never really understand what goes through Ed Boon's mind. So yeah, I want to go play the trailer and pause it here and there to point out things that I've noticed, and hopefully we can figure out what Mortal Kombat 10 is all about. Yay! Now the first thing you'll notice is a huge graphical redesign of Scorpion and Sub-Zero. And I don't mean the fact that this is just because it's a cinematic trailer. This is a huge different take on both of these characters. Usually they've maintained a somewhat original form with how they've always looked, but this one's drastically different, especially with Scorpion, how he has, because usually he has either the cloth mask or one that looks like a bone or spinal cord, and this one, they're almost samurai-esque, sort of, just, I don't know, it's just an interesting new look, and it's probably absolutely means nothing, but I wanted to point it out. It's a fascinating take on these two classic characters. So, let's keep going.
Fight!
I'ma tell you that you're not my competition. I'ma always win, throw me in and I'm going in. I ain't running, I'ma come and tell you anyone can get to talk about it cause I really live it. All the nights on the mission, no fear.
Right here we see Sub-Zero throwing Scorpion through one of the trees. Now this could be a new interactive environment that was not seen so much in Mortal Kombat 9, but we saw some of this in the Deception trilogy, where they would have an object in the arena where you could throw your opponents through. And we saw this even more in NetherRealm's previous game, Injustice. So my theory is that we might see some more Injustice-style environmental interactions.
No hope in my vision, don't need no intervention. You ain't on the ride, there ain't even no ones to come out, putting them out, and they all gonna be missing.
Right here we see Sub-Zero using his Super Blast, so we can easily guess that the whole meter from Mortal Kombat 9 that lets you power up your moves, it looks like that's obviously going to return with these super moves again. So, awesome. Those are always cool.
If you make me, you try to be brave and step up, but your crew is too scary. Plus, I'm too legendary. It's what we go.
Now, here's an interesting one. In Mortal Kombat 4, and I think maybe Armageddon, they had weapons that you could pick up off the ground and use. Here we see Sub-Zero grabbing a chunk of the tree, freezing it into something like an ice sword. So, going back to the idea of interactive environments, this might mean that we can actually grab items again and use them as weapons during combat. Let's cross our fingers. That was awesome.
I'm rocking your block, you want to you get knocked off. I'm taking your place, yeah, I'm making my property. Maybe a game that you probably did over your life.
Again, we're seeing that X-rays are going to make a return, which is fantastic. And I'm really hoping that the level of detail for the X-rays are this quality, showing more of the organs, a lot more tissue, make it look really grungy and gory. That would be so exciting to watch, because X-rays are one of my favorite new additions to Mortal Kombat 9, because it was just bone crunching and I loved it. So let's hope that X-rays are obviously returning, but let's hope the detail of the X-rays are that much higher.
So it's only right for me. Annihilate them if they in my way of sight. Keep them up off of me.
Again, we see some environmental interaction with Sub-Zero. He uses the tree for leverage. Again, that goes with the style that we saw in Injustice, how characters would interact with the backgrounds to cause damage to the opponent. And right here, you can see that there's a sword in the snow. And if you watch the trailer again, that sword's always there. And after he does his flip, he grabs the sword, which again goes back to what I said earlier, that we might have weapons that we can pick up out of the background and use during combat.
A weakness in you only make an appetite. Anytime I get into it, I be looking at them, looking pitiful in the condition, I be critical. Nothing less than original. Trust me once, that's the end of you. Who's next?
Finish him!
And of course, obviously, we want to have beautifully gruesome, extremely violent, horrific, and gory fatalities. Yay!
Get over here!
There you have it, my little analysis of the Mortal Kombat trailer. There could be a few things I missed, or some things I just didn't feel like were worth mentioning. For example, you see Scorpion blocking and breaking Sub-Zero's arm in the very beginning, which could represent combo breakers, or it could just be something that looks really badass in the trailer. There could be symbolism to why the Mortal Kombat symbol splits into 4. I know it could be just a design choice to make the X, but at the same time it could probably represent a division in the tournament itself. We saw that in the movie Annihilation, how when the dragon symbol is crushed, that actually represents, chaos in the tournament. So there might be some symbolism in the fact that the dragon symbol shatters. I could even go as far as saying that each piece could represent one of the realms. You got Earth Realm, Edenia or Outworld, Nether Realm, and what have you. Chaos Realm or Control Realm from Deception. I believe that's where we saw those two characters, was in Deception. Or it could just absolutely mean nothing. But there was no point in pausing the videos for that. So yeah, that's my analysis. Hopefully we get to see actual gameplay footage. I really want to see what the new character designs are. That's always exciting. And I guess we just have to wait for E3 to see if Ed Boon graces us with actual gameplay footage. So thank you for taking the time to watch this. Leave comments below. I always read them. And yeah, thank you. And thanks Ed Boon for giving us a fantastic trailer. I can't wait for Mortal Kombat 10. Thank you very much.